Ron Jaworski, of course, a big hand in bringing football here to Atlantic City, and he is with Nick Kosko right now. So, Jaws, first off, we welcome you into the city as always. We know you're a big presence in the city of Atlantic City, but this has got to be really exciting to have that drive, half hour to Philly for you, half hour to Atlantic City, and see your two teams battle now.
Oh, absolutely, and thanks for having me. And this is going to be a very special rivalry. Philadelphia versus Atlantic City. Atlantic City, Southern New Jersey, now has their own professional football team that they can rally around, that they can cheer for, and they can be involved in the community with. They don't have to go to Philly. They don't have to go to New York. They don't have to go to Baltimore. They don't have to go to Washington. Atlantic City now has their own professional football team in the best indoor football talent around, the Arena Football League.
Ron, I got to ask you that the AFL has obviously gone in waves. You know, some years there's 18 teams, some years like last year there's 4 teams, now it's back to 6, and the league is ever growing once more. Was Atlantic City the first team that popped in your head when they talked about expansion for 2019?
If it wasn't first, it was close. 4 years ago, we had a one-off game here. The Philadelphia Soul played Las Vegas. We were displaced in Philadelphia because of the Democratic National Convention, so we played a game down here. And I fell in love with Boardwalk Hall. And I mean, when you walk in that place with 10,000 people in it, we had about 8,000 people at that game, the way it's structured, the lights, the noise, it was a vibrant building. And I just felt, knowing this region, that this region could support a franchise. And then the advent of gaming and all the things, it was kind of like the stars aligned. So, hey, how do we get to Atlantic City? In the last couple of years, it's been a focus, and today we announced we got it done.
Now, you mentioned the gaming focus. Now, is that one of the big things that makes Atlantic City such a unique area for arena football compared to the other franchises so far?
No question about it. It really was a difference maker. The fact that gaming now takes place, and eyeballs are going to be on the Arena Football League. People that are betting and wagering on games, they're going to want to watch the games. Not only when they're streamed, not only on television, not only in person, but there will be more eyeballs on our game. And we thought, with the advent of gaming, this would be a great opportunity.
You gave him high praise earlier in the press conference, head coach Ron James, and I noticed you have 2 of your championship rings on from the Philadelphia Soul. Ron James seems like the guy, if you're going to bring a championship to Atlantic City, Ron James seems like the guy who's going to be able to do it.
Well, I will say this. We interviewed about 8 coaches, and it was very, very difficult. There are some talented coaches out there. We're very fortunate to get Ron James. I've competed against Ron James for 15 years with the Soul. I know how he coaches, but more importantly, I know how he teaches. And I want a coach to be a teacher, and I also want to understand that you're just not a football coach, but you're important to the community. That we want not only our coach, but our players and our cheerleaders being great ambassadors. We want to have a character team. We know football is a tough, physical, violent game that's played on the field that way. But when the game is over, we want people that understand how important it is to be involved with the community. And Ron James, I mean, he passed all the tests with flying colors. You talk about a guy that is willing to stay in town in the offseason, be involved in the community, to get players that he knows are class acts, not guys that care about themselves, but are willing to go out and, go to the Chamber of Commerce luncheon and talk to the Little League team and, whatever the case may be, but be involved in the community. So, Ron James will win on the field and he'll win off the field.
Now, you mentioned the community feel. Atlantic City in South Jersey, very tight-knit community type of place, and perfect place for a football team to come. So talk about a little bit of the community events that you could foresee this Atlantic City team doing with, obviously, Little League teams or even just local businesses. What can you see from this
Nick,
team?
we will be very, very active. We will bring those inner-city kids that maybe can't afford a ticket to come to a game. With the Soul we call SME, a Soul Moving Experience. We'll do the same thing here in Atlantic City. Those people that maybe can't afford a ticket, we're going to get this community behind what we're doing. Corporations that want to donate tickets so we can bring some of those kids to the game. We'll find a way to bus them to the game if they don't have transportation. We'll find a way to get them food, a hot dog and a soda when they're at the game. These are things that have evolved with my ownership of the Philadelphia Soul. How do we integrate with the community, make those young people become fans of the team in that community, and also get them very excited about arena football? So everyone wins in that scenario.
I wanted to circle back one more for you. You mentioned the Philadelphia Atlantic City rivalry. I think we can I think I almost coined a phrase with Coach Ron James, maybe the expressway rivalry. Does that sound good to you?
I love it, man. I'm telling you, you probably had Ron James on. He's already getting all fired up about playing Philadelphia. And since 2004, when I got in the league, I've always looked at these good rivalries that took place. And I remember the big one was Tampa Orlando. They called it the I-4 war.
Right.
Interstate 4. And you'd go to a game in Tampa, and half the teams would be from Orlando. You go to Tampa, Orlando, they'd be half from Tampa. So that's what we want to create, a good, friendly rivalry. It'll also bring people to Atlantic City, which is what, part of this is how do we grow the economy? How do we put people to work? How do we make more opportunities for more people? And that's kind of, I know these casinos down here would love if every 6 times on a Saturday night we brought 8,000 people, 10,000 people in this arena. Where are they going to go? Well, you know where they're going. Hey, they're going to go to the casino. So we're going to help grow Atlantic City as well.
Jaws, I got to ask, are you going to be like one of those parents who has kids on 2 teams? Are you going to have like a Soul jersey on and an Atlantic City split?
I'm going to root for the winning team. I'll give you, when I still work at NFL Films, my office is still there, but the great Steve Sable always used to tell me, Jaws, tell a story. And so this year, the Soul hosted Albany in Philadelphia. So I take my grandkids to the game. So after the game, we go in the Soul locker room, and they're always excited. They're 10 years old. They get in the locker room with the team, blah, blah, blah. And so we go in there, take a knee, do the Lord's Prayer, blah, blah. They give a game, the whole hoopla after the game. Oh, Grand Jaws, they call me Grand Jaws. Grand Jaws, that's great stuff. I said, all right, come on outside. We got to go down and visit the Albany locker room. And they go, for what? I said, well, I own part of that team too. But it's funny, here we are, 10-year-olds saying, well, why are you going there? But hey, I pull for great games and I pull for the growth of the Arena Football League.
Well, it's exciting and fun, and the league is exciting and fun. And April the 27th, it will be Philadelphia hosting Atlantic City. Now, we're so used to here saying Philadelphia is kind of like our home team. For the first time, they will kind of be the team that you'll be rooting against, and then Atlantic City will be home the following weekend against Columbus. So Arena Football League, professional football coming to Atlantic City. Nick Kosko, the voice of the new Atlantic City football team. Ron Jaworski, of course, you can see him, a very big figure in the Arena League, and I know that people are excited. There's been so much buzz about this. So, Jaws, I don't know. Who's got more energy, you or George?
Everyone's got energy. That's how we roll. But let me mention something, too. I'm going to Columbus tonight. We are announcing the new team in Columbus tomorrow, just like we did here today with a press conference. Since we actually announced that there will be a team tomorrow, it's a press conference, they have sold 700 season tickets already. So, hey, I'm putting a challenge out there.
Nice.
Let's go South Jersey. Let's go Atlantic City. Let's buy those tickets. We don't even want to kick butt on the field. Let's kick butt in filling the arena.
Well, that's and Atlantic City, AFL.com. You get your tickets. And, of course, if you can't make it to a game, we'll have them all here on 97.3 ESPN. Nick, Jaws, enjoy the rest of the day. It's been a great day. Thanks so much, guys.
All right, look forward to a fantastic partnership.
Thanks, Mike. Ron Jaworski, Nick Kosko. The Sports Bash on 97.3 ESPN as the big press conference in Atlantic City today. It's going to be a lot of fun. As he said, let's get some bodies in that building. Let's make sure that this is a success and a lot of fun. I know a lot of people looking forward to that opener already on May the 4th, and you can hear it right here on 97.3 ESPN.